Yeah, bro, it's been one of those fucking weeks.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Anyway, welcome back, bro.
Back again, back again. Good to see you, brother.
Welcome back. Another episode of 56'N. Everyone, I appreciate you listening. We continue to grow, and yeah, things are looking up. I don't know. I feel more relaxed. Not that I wasn't relaxed last year, but I feel more relaxed and kind of like, what do I want to call it? Is a routine have derogatory comments?
No.
Not routine, but it's like it's comforting, maybe.
Yeah, it's
our weekly check-ins.
Yeah, it's in a groove. It's a groove. Yeah.
Groove.
Yeah, in a groove.
There you
yeah.
go. I like
Yeah.
that better. I like that better. Routine suggests some sort of complacency, and I don't.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
to think we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, it is reminiscent of again what we used to do when we were super young baby cops. It's like, kind of just check in during the day. It's like, man, this long weekend's gonna like when you walk into the class, like, man, I hate this class. My boy's gonna be in there with me, so it'll be fun. You know what I mean? So it's like that. Like the long weekend, you're like, oh, I don't want to work on this long weekend, but we're gonna go have some fun, so it'll be all right. We'll get through.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. Even if it sucks, we'll have fun doing it.
Yeah.
So true, though. So I want to address one thing. We had some comments, and I guess it's a way of thinking. And if I'm wrong, then I'll say I'm wrong. But banking episodes, I had some comments saying that I thought you said you weren't going to bank episodes on 56. So let me flush out what I meant by that and what is happening, I guess.
Okay.
So let's say like we're recording on a Thursday. I'm not going to publish it on Thursday or Friday. It's Monday because I'm trying to set like a set expectation for people who listen to our show every Monday. To me, that's not banking, but maybe, I don't know. My idea, what I meant by banking is larger podcasts, or at least the ones I listen to. You can tell they've recorded, I don't know, a dozen shows from months ago because they're talking about topics that occurred 6-7 months ago, and now they're publishing it now.
Yeah.
That to me is banking. So I guess I don't know. I don't know what the maximum like if we,
well, okay,
a week or two out. I don't know.
Well, let me. Okay. I will pose a rebuttal question. Right.
Go.
So the question is, what is the difference between banking and scheduling?
Yeah, I don't know, and I didn't have a good answer, so that's why I'm flushing it out here, and we'll get more comments to say, well, that's called banking, and I'll say, okay, if we bank a show for 4 or 5 days, then I guess that's what it is. But to me, I don't know. My idea is like if we recorded 5 or 6 shows in 1 week, and then we didn't record for 6 more weeks, and that something along those lines. I don't know. It kind of hit me. It hit me because I didn't have a response. I was like, well, okay. All right, maybe. Maybe.
Okay. Again, another rebuttal would be your favorite shows get shot in advance and they have release dates.
Edited. And
they have release dates. Just like movies. Movies get shot in advance. They have a release date. You know it's coming. Like Doomsday is almost is 48 weeks away. I know I'm a comic book nerd, and that's like 49 or 48 weeks away. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Yeah, we already
I'm excited for Dune 3.
We know the runtime. It's 3 hours and 45 minutes. We know it. We got 4 trailers already. Like, but the movie's not coming out for another year. It's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah. No. Fair enough. Sorry. And this is all right. We're done with that. But to your point, we didn't discuss this. One, I didn't realize Doomsday was coming up that quickly. I'm excited. We've sent each other trailers.
Yeah.
I love it when I send you something that I just found and you're like, yeah, bro, I've been known about that. But I'm also excited for Dune 3. I don't know that you did you watch any of Dune 1 or 2? Is that your world or no?
Which Dune?
Dune.
Dune. Yes. I love Dune.
No, I'm sorry.
Dune.
It sounded like Doom.
We're saying Doomsday. I thought you said Doom again.
One dope video game, Doom.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. I was like, you mean like Doom the video game?
No. Dune.
Dune.
Did you watch
Shadrach Haderach? Yes.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Of course.
Did you ever read the books?
I did not read the. I don't like reading books. I did not read the books, but I have seen the movies.
So good. They're so good.
My mom actually introduced me to Dune.
It's from like the fucking 60s.
From the originals, yes. We would sat down and watch them. And I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. I'm actually really not that big into like a lot of sci-fi stuff. I was like, but this was very intriguing to me.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm very, very excited.
If you read the books, they're so good.
I'm very excited for Dune 3. I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be great.
So what got me thinking about based on Doomsday, but anyway, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon were
Mhm.
on Joe Rogan. I love their movies and their acting for the
Mhm.
most part. Not everything, but for the most part, I am a fan. Period. The end. I'll just say it that way.
Mhm.
But in their conversations, I was just like, bro, they're super into the director, producer, behind. I'm like,
Mm.
bro, I don't care about any of that shit. I just don't. But one of the things they did talk about, or at least made me think through, is movies are still going to be played in movie theaters, but now you can't just cut a hour and a half movie or
Mhm.
a whatever, and you have to push the boundaries. And anyway, to that point, like these directors and people are coming out with 2, 3. I haven't seen a 4, but 3.5 hour. I think that
Mhm.
was Avatar, which we talked about, and
Yeah.
YouTube tried to block us because I
Oh,
talked about it.
oh god. Yeah.
Yeah. But there are movies that I want to see them
Mhm.
in the theater, and
Yes.
Dune 3 is one of them. And
Yes.
Doomsday, I will go see that in the theater.
Yes. I probably will go see it 3 or 4 times
Like
in the
you got to
theater.
step your fucking game up, and I
Yeah.
will go see it in the fucking movie theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, it's funny that you say that because I think obviously
yeah,
some movies some movies are designed to be watched in a theater, right?
yeah,
They're cut,
yeah,
edited. They
yeah.
are the sound, especially the sound,
Oh yeah,
is made. Sometimes the darkness is made to be watched in a theater in a dark room, right?
yes.
I've noticed a lot. Apple TV does this, and I'm not quite sure why. A lot of their productions are very, very dark. Like the show is dark. Not the content is dark.
I know
The
what you're talking
actual
about. Game of
the
Thrones did that. They had
the
that dark episode. You couldn't
yeah
see shit.
the
Yeah,
visual is very dark. I'm like I have to be sitting in the dark
yeah,
in my
to see it.
house to see
Yeah,
what's happening.
yeah.
And you know me, I love electronics, so I spent like
The like.
$1,200 in like my home audio thing,
Mm-hmm.
so I could watch, the shit and be loud and whatever. Um, but I think the experience of actually going to the movies has not been lost on me by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Another one that doesn't get a lot of love, um, IMAX.
Oh, dude. Yeah. No.
Bro, IMAX doesn't
Yeah.
get the love that I feel like it deserves when
Yeah.
Sinners was shot for IMAX.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Great
Amazing.
movie. Yep. Yep.
Amazing in IMAX, bro. I was like blown
Mm-hmm.
away.
Yeah.
Um, Dune, I think would be amazing. And if it was an IMAX would be amazing. The sound on that is going to be
Yeah.
tremendous.
I
Uh,
love it. Well, the
Doomsday
sound especially
yeah, the
because of
sound is
the
going to be
yeah.
it's going to be amazing. I'm very, very excited to see that. Uh, quick sidebar. This is the
Mm-hmm.
thing I was looking for earlier and I couldn't find it. And I
Okay.
just thought of it. Sidebar. One of my off canter philosophical blah 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 whatever, right? And the guy was
Mm-hmm.
talking. It was a podcast interview. The guy was talking about the reason why we got away from DVDs, CDs, movies to streaming now. And
Mm.
he's like I don't want to be all super conspiracy theory whatever, right? He's like but he's like when we have the streaming, they can just cut it off when they want to, right? He's like think about how many shows, how many things that you've seen. He's like, and you can edit it in real time, right? So if I
Oh,
get
weekend. Like we could fast forward to shit. Okay.
no, well, not even that. They, right, whoever they is,
Oh,
can
got it.
can edit like reality, edit in real time, right? So you can't
Okay.
go back and be like, oh, well, I have the physical copy of Dune 3.
Oh, oh,
This is
oh,
what
oh.
actually happened. They can just no, that's not what happened. This is and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they have control over what you watch, what comes on, what doesn't. They can block it if they want to, cut it off from it. And I was like, interesting concept. Interesting. I never.
Interesting.
I was like, I never took it that far. Surprisingly, me never took it
Mm-hmm.
that far. Was as far as he's like, I don't want to take it that far. He's like, but it kind of is a level of control over what we
Hmm.
watch and what we consume. He's like, because we can just change it. He's like, and I'm like, it
Yeah,
kind of like Mandela effect, this kind of thing. But I'm like,
yeah.
hmm. I'm like, yeah, I remember you, and I don't know, bro. I used to have like we all had them back in the day, right? I had
Yeah.
my DVD collection
Mm-hmm.
and my CD collection, and you had all your VHS. Who has any of those now?
Mm-mm. None. I have
Nothing.
nothing.
I don't have a DVD. I mean, I have a PlayStation 3 and a PlayStation 4 still, but I could if I had a DVD, I could pop it in there and watch it, right? He's like, but
Yeah.
he's like, think about how much physical media that we don't actually have anymore because one, they don't make it, right? He's like, when's the last time you bought a CD? I was like, I actually don't know where the CD player is in my car.
Do cars still have CD players?
It has. My car has TVs in the back, and it's in like in the thing. I don't know where to put it in there.
Oh,
I was
I don't
thinking about
either.
every time I go in the back seat, I'm like, oh shit, there's TVs back here, and then I'm like, you know
Well, how do you
what?
play something?
Exactly. I was like, I don't know how to put I don't know how to put a DVD in here.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, interesting. Before, you had your whole, we all had the decks. We all got the fancy deck. My deck, it lights up and it does whatever on your in your
Real
car or
quick,
whatever.
nerd dad mode, minivan. When my two were young. Oh, bro, we had the hookup. You could put 10 fucking movies in, and you could play different movies on either TV.
Ooh,
yeah, bro. Oh, bro.
So that's a flex right there. That's still that's still a flex right now because you can't do that now.
Bro. No, yeah. But hold on, to your point. I've been in a self-imposed project, but this thing right here.
Mm-hmm. Was that the stick?
No. It's got 2,000 photos. No, I'm just saying. I've taken physical photos. There's 2,000 photos on here, and what I self-imposed, because I don't know how this is for everybody's family, but physical pictures.
Oh, bro.
I'm not going to show the picture, but physical like this,
Polaroids and shit like
that. My family, as in like grandparents, and to a certain extent, my parents not as bad, but they hoard the pictures. They're mine. You can look at them, but you can't touch them. And they're in the the fucking photo album or whatever.
The plastic sleeves,
and they just degrade. But it's like they are the keeper of those photos.
Yeah.
So on my own, I said, hey, and it was hard. It actually took a lot of work. I said, send me, or in certain cases, send me all of the photos that we have, and I'm scanning them, and then I'm sending everyone. Now has all the photos.
Yeah.
I was like, because this is our family, and like these photos are going to degrade and be gone at some point, but at least, at some point, at least we all have them now.
I should probably look
something I've been doing.
I should probably look at doing something like that, because
they will be gone at some point, or God forbid a house fire, they're gone.
Exactly.
I mean, I put it in a fireproof safe, but what I'm saying is, let's say, actually, I don't want to say that. Let's say a house fire occurs. I'm not going to say who it occurs to. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But now I can say, hey, can you burn me a copy? I need, I need the photos, and I can print them. So you always have them.
Yeah.
They're not just one keeper of the records, so to speak.
Yeah, that's something to be said, though, man. I think I should probably start doing something like that, because I went back to see my grandparents and parents. And we all went back to grandma's house or whatever. And there's this. My aunt has it now from our grandma.
See what I'm saying?
Like the photo book. It's a big book of like whatever, and it is interesting. It's nice to kind of go back and like flip through the pictures and be like, oh, this was taken here. This was, and also the dates as well.
Yes. Now imagine if you could just stick this into your TV and you can just have it on a slideshow or whatever, whatever you want to do that, or a laptop or whatever the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah. But it's I think our generation is very in the middle, like bridging a gap wise of like when I grew up in the era of like, we didn't grow up with cell phones initially, right? Or cameras on our phones. So our first our first camera phone wasn't until college, and they were shitty, 200 pixel whatever, right?
Yeah, no.
Definitely not.
Well, you couldn't even take pictures of your notes.
Exactly, right?
You couldn't read them.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like I grew up not taking pictures of things unless you had like you had somebody like all these like old like club pictures back in the day where you actually like someone like a photographer
like
showed
a Polaroid
up, showed up to the club and took pictures.
Yeah.
And you had to like get with him after, like, hey, $10 for this picture, blah blah blah, like shit like that. Didn't seem important at the time, right?
No,
a lot of old pictures, but you have them. You're like, and now looking back on it, I have like a small little photo from like when we took pictures like high school, like prom and senior night and that kind of shit. Football game, senior night football, baseball, that kind of stuff. Like just over the years when your parents just happen to have like smile, and we did the whole,
bro, your boys got a lot of those. Because you had to pose, bro. Because it was a time. Yeah.
What was the pose?
Exactly. It was always that
way. And look backwards. That thing.
Over your shoulder.
Over the shoulder shit. All right, but but I've gotten into this. This is completely off the rails, right? But I've gotten into a lot of my feed is history of the country, right? The actual history of America, right? And who was here and who was documented to be here. A lot of it centers around documentation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of who was here, when they were here, um, erasing history, erasing what actually happened, changing things,
Mm-hmm.
which is never something I really thought about before up until more recently, right? Historical records,
Yeah.
census records and shit like that. But then you think about it, I'm like, how well do we document our own stuff in this day and age?
Not well.
We really don't. A lot of it is digital, but like I said, I,
Yeah.
a good hacker can go in and change that. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's actually not your birthday. Wait, what? Yes, it is. No, it's not.
Well, yeah. Well, to your point, I also have a different. That's a different thumb drive. I'm not passing that out to the family.
No.
Yeah, no. But all my certificates, legal documents, birth certificate. For those who are reaching new to adulthood, get your fucking birth certificate. Let's see, what do you need? Birth certificate, transcripts. Yo. I never thought it was important until, hold on, bro. Dude was his high school closed down. And he's like, how do I get my transcripts? They don't exist anymore. It doesn't. And I just heard about a fucking, I'm sure it happens more often than I know, but I just heard about it. This person is in law school, and where they went to undergrad like 4 or 5 years ago, went bankrupt, and now they and she's like, thank God I got my shit, my diploma. I was like, you better digitize that shit, put it in the cloud. Because
hey, if you like birth certificate, your original one,
your original birth certificate, your original social security card,
get copies, get scans, laminate the original, laminate that motherfucker. Okay,
they tell you not to, but fuck that.
Fuck that. Laminate that bitch. Okay.
Yes.
I say because, like you said, when I was broke. To your point, when I was working in recruiting, obviously some of the things you needed, right? You needed, birth certificate. If you were a naturalized citizen, you needed certain different things, right?
Yeah.
Transcripts. But like you said, bro, even my school is still open and operating and whatever, and even trying to get the transcripts from there was difficult. I'm like,
yes.
To the point, like they don't have record of you after a while.
Yes,
it's crazy. And I'm like, wait, you guys have digital copies? Like I have to come here in person and print this out?
Yes.
This is 2000 and 2010. I had to physically go.
Yeah,
I had to call up there and get them to mail me a physical copy, printed out copy of my transcripts. I was like, you can't just
email
this to me. No,
send me a link.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, we have to. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? So
get all that shit.
Yes. But
also my certs and stuff, like for my training, because I, for your resume, whatever, right? But let's say I lost it all. I don't even begin to know how to get some of these, because some of them were not through either the agency or they're external. Do you remember? I don't know.
No,
Who taught that class? I don't fucking know.
I have them. And who was it? Oh, I think it was William J. Not that guy, but he actually, because he came from the military. Remember he said, you guys need to get you a me book. I was like, what the fuck?
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck? Love me book. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, all your certs, all your accreditations, all your commendations, all of that shit. Put it in there. I'm like, well, mine's here. I have mine.
Yeah, I have mine too. But now because of this, I was like, I'm gonna digitize this shit too. Because what happens?
Yeah, I got everything needs to be like save, scan, digitize, deed to your house,
big time,
all of it, everything. So it's the older
your
you get, the older you get, man, it's kind of I don't know why it's not discussed as much. I don't know, for some reason it's not discussed as much. I guess these things just don't come up.
People don't talk about that shit.
Yeah, it just doesn't come up in like everyday conversation, I guess. Until somebody's sick or fucking dying, and how do we find this? How do we get this? And it's like, plan ahead.
Well, again, I love how we just go on our rants, but because this is another thing we planned on talking about. I haven't even ranted yet. But I'll tell you one thing. I had a coworker, unfortunately, pass away, and I'll just describe the situation. So he divorced, remarried. He'd been remarried for like 10 years or something like that. Had children with his ex-wife and children with his current wife. I don't know how you phrase that. Whatever. He had kids with both sets. But the house was originally purchased with his ex-wife. And allegedly, they could never find the will. Long story short, the only documentation that existed said the house went to his ex-wife. They didn't have any records, even though there was a common understanding amongst everybody that that's not what was supposed to happen. There's no legal documentation. The only legal documentation said. So the ex-wife is like almost the day after the funeral, you got 60 days. I'm selling it. Move.
Oh shit!
And there was nothing they could do.
Shit, petty,
nothing.
Bro. Petty.
Woo, bro.
Bro. Like I
was like, I immediately went home. I was like, will everything scan. Bro, the one thing you can do, I didn't know this, you can send some of this stuff to your doctor's office, and they have it on their file. So because they have to, the death certificate, your all that shit will be. They'll have a file. So I have all that now.
Yeah. I actually gotta. I need to update some stuff because I have some things that I want to go certain places. Well,
let me explain something. For those who are like, I don't need that shit. But one, I'm at the age now where family members are dying and stuff, and I've seen it play out horribly. When people die, money and assets and all that is just it destroys families. And if you don't have a will and nobody can agree, the state steps in.
Probate, baby.
Yes. And again, I'm not an expert on any of this. It's not legal, but I've seen it. You get screwed. And if nobody can come up, the state will sell it at fair market value or whatever. And it just divvies up equally, even if that it's like, he hasn't seen that person in 40. It does,
don't care. Don't care.
Where does it say that?
Yeah. Don't care.
Show me the documentation. You don't have it. And it really irritates the shit out of me. It's like, it's not a hard document. It doesn't even have to be like I can't afford to bro. You could literally write something, notarize it.
Yeah.
And that will suffice.
Here are my dying wishes. I want this.
This is what I want to have happen.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. I actually have a second on that. I have a second set of demands and wishes. I think we talked about this once. For my funeral, I want certain things to happen at my funeral. I also want certain people to not be allowed at my funeral.
Oh, I like it.
Right?
You're not welcome.
Exactly. Or certain people show up to that. I saw this thing. First had like in their will, like if this person shows up to my funeral, I want you to read this out loud. But this person is in attendance, and it's like, I hate you. You're a piece of shit. I never liked you. And I was like, that is amazing. I think that's amazing. So,
but if you have like a lawyer, the lawyer will do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be happy to do it. Happy to do it.
How about this? If you don't have a lawyer to do it, I will do that.
It's like, I will do it.
For a nominal fee. Just pay for me to go wherever you are, and I will read whatever you want.
I'll
happily do it.
Happily read whatever you want.
Oh, bro. I already told you, bro.
I might even do it. I already
told you, bro. Oh, well, yeah. I already told you, bro. I'm going to hire somebody that nobody's ever met to cry really hard at your wedding. To cry really, really hard, bro. And nobody will know who it is.
Why is this person so invested in this wedding?
Oh, my God. I love it.
Oh, my God. Right. I'm not because I'm thinking of a story. I don't know if this is true or not, right? So don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
But I think that it was a group of people sitting around talking, and they're like, he's like my ultimate get back, right? He's like, you got some of these hood dudes or whatever. I think that whatever. He's like, you got beef with the dude. He said, what you do is if they die before you, you get another gay man to just show up to the funeral and just cry really hard, just make a scene. Oh my God, I can't believe you leave me, and then just leave. Right? He's like,
just leave, bro.
just now. He's like, no, they can never defend it. And you're like, oh, I was like, oh, that is crazy. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. I was like, oh my God, that's so petty, bro. I was like, oh my God, that's so petty. I was like, my mind would never go there, but I'm like,
I know that's rough. That's a good one, bro.
Okay. still got a rant,
Anyway,
but we're off topic.
yeah, sorry, off the rant. All right, let me real quick. This is just a quick work-based rant. Trials.
Okay.
And let me just you're the investigator. This is where people get confused on how the law actually works. And you see all these people get mad at whatever, ICE, whatever. I don't care. Whatever the new flavor is, they get so angry. You spend all this time, years, whatever, working on a case. You build this case. It doesn't fucking matter. The lawyers are all that matter. And really the judge. Because the judge was like, no, I don't like that. Throw that out. All right, okay, I like that. All right, what's your argument? Yeah, I don't like that. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. And so you spend all this time, and again, trials get pushed. All these things get pushed, and then it finally comes. It's the most important thing in the world. And then it's like the case had never been worked before. You have to go through every single piece again, and they question you on. It's like, bro, you could have done this at any point over the last 8 years, 5 years, whatever. We could have done this at any point. Why are we doing this a week out, 2 weeks out?
Couldn't have time.
Bro.
I didn't have time.
And then I love the good idea for, well, what if? No. No, the answer is no.
No.
And so you just spend all this time reworking and reinvestigating and rehashing stuff that you already had done years ago. It just frustrates me, bro. And I wish I could tell more specifics, and we'll talk offline. I don't know, bro. It's just like the animosity. Yeah,
that is
that builds.
I guess you can say it's the nature of the beast because the justice system is so bogged down and so backed up. That, to your point, people don't really understand the actual inner workings of how these things actually happen. And they're like, oh, even like some of these other cases you see like that are big cases, you be like, they'll read the years, you're like, perfect example, the Luigi Mangione case. How many years ago was that?
I don't even know now. 2?
Exactly.
2, 3. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like it's, you're like,
and that's fast. That's fast.
Exactly. You're like, didn't that just happen? You're like, no, it didn't.
Yeah,
it didn't. You're like,
that's how long it.
That's
takes.
how long it takes.
Yeah,
you think that would be like, put him on trial next week? No.
No.
So when people get, they're like, oh, for example, the Diddy thing, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, he's gonna get whatever plus time served. He's only gonna do 3 years. I was like, yeah, he's been sitting in jail for 2.5 years.
Oh, well, that's a different thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I have questions about that too.
But that's how long it takes. Like they're getting time served because they already sat in jail. Up until the trial, and then you know what I mean. So I was like,
dude,
that's how long it takes.
I won't get specifics. We don't do that. But I had a case that took from the time he got arrested till the sentencing was like 3, almost 4 years. And he was like, time served. So he walked out of the courtroom free because he'd already been sitting in jail.
Guilty, and then walked out
guilty.
Free. Yeah.
Well, imagine if he wasn't guilty.
I'm suing the hell out of
him. Dude, I don't understand. Another thing, and this is, tell me if we should edit this. I don't know, but I'm going to leave all the specifics out. But I met a intern, law. I got to be careful. Going to be a lawyer.
Okay.
In law school, intern. That's how we'll phrase it.
Okay.
And was talking to this individual, and I was like, "Well, how do you enjoy law school?" And the individual was just like, she took a moment and was like, "I am concerned for my profession in this generation because my peers seem to care more about how they feel about the law than the actual law, meaning this doesn't feel right, and so they're willing to push the envelope, and it's based more on feelings and potential moral and ethical violations as opposed to this is what the law says, whether you like it or not." The other part, this individual was like, there's only 2 of us that are going into the criminal side. I'm the only one that wants to be a prosecutor. Most want to either be on defense or other things, civil, whatever, corporate, whatever.
Yeah.
we are seen as less than because we want to go this route.
Interesting.
Because that's not where the money's at. Also, throughout the law school, and this is one law school, I'm not speaking, but the animosity towards law enforcement is so palpable. They hate cops, period, the end.
Interesting.
In mass, not a handful, in mass. You can almost feel it, even from the instructors. I said, well, that's not a good sign, but all right. I actually was like, we feel it. We know. But to have somebody who's actively doing it say that in a concerned way.
It's interesting. I'm almost concerned that, zero. That's interesting because what is I guess I'm thinking is what's how do we reverse that?
I don't know.
But where's it coming from? Media?
Well, all of it. All of it. I mean, you've got powerful, or maybe not powerful, high level, highly visible politicians, media personalities, media outlets that all they do all day long is say, they're an invading force. They are the Gestapo. All these derogatory, and it's like, well, hold on, what are they doing? I mean, you can turn on any news channel. They're comparing agents and law enforcement to Nazis and all this other horrific things that occurred. It's like, what are they doing again? They're just enforcing the law. And then, so you get all their base ramped up and violent and crazy and force violent interactions. So they're like, see, violence is now happening. See, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you just keep doing it over and over and over again, every day, all the time, just constantly doing it. And then when I make these comments or statements in conversation, they're like, well, you remember that one? Yeah, okay. There are bad apples. Sure. Bad things do happen. Sure. In mass, though, to speak for an entire profession, that's not what's happening. So constantly having this from a young generation, and now they're in a position of power, and the way that the legal system gets used nowadays is wild to me. Like, why does the Supreme Court justice have anything to do with, societal norms? I have no idea.
Yeah, shouldn't be speaking on that.
No.
I disagree with that.
What are we doing?
It's interesting.
I don't know how you fight back against that.
It's interesting. I think a lot of it comes from think about like a lot of these issues are I like to think of top of the hill issues, right? And what I mean is this: we'll just take law enforcement in general. I think is a top of the hill issue. And what I mean by top of the hill is this: anywhere around it, your perspective on that is going to be different depending on where you're standing and looking at it from. Right. So, me personally, as a black man in America, right, I have a particular thought on it. You coming from your background have a particular thought on it. Now, there's that. There's us working in law enforcement provides a different perspective on it. There are people who we know who match on certain parts from on a different area of it, right? And it's interesting to kind of just, me, I'm not a big what'd you say the other day was? My that I told you I thought it was disrespect. I was joking. My brevity.
Your brevity. I don't understand these words, so I'm gonna take it as a sign of disrespect.
But me, I have a lot of brevity, right, when it comes to when I'm speaking, right? So I don't speak a lot, especially on a lot of issues. I do a lot more listening than I do speaking, right? And listening.
BJ also responds to long text messages with one word. Yeah, even though there's 3 questions in the text message, it'll be yes.
Yeah, because the yes is for all the questions. Yes.
Got it. Even if it's what time do you want to record? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
because I probably already answered the question.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it's again, I know we've said this before. We can never change anybody's perception of of the truth, right? I was like, but we can also all we can really do is offer a different perspective, right? And listening to other people's perspective, I'm like, I'm interested as to how you gained your perspective or your perception. Like, what shaped your perception on this, and where did that come from? Exactly. I'm not calling you wrong or lie. I'm more intrigued by how you came to that conclusion based off of your.
Well, let me do this real quick while we're on 56'N, but released our first Street Tales on the other podcast. We released our first, I guess we'll call it true crimes. I don't know. It's the one with Mo and I went over a domestic violence strangulation, and we had 2 comments from that. And again, just to recap that, it was a domestic violence case. Kicked the door in, observed the guy on top of the female, choking her, and I ran to got him. And she had the bruises. She had a broken finger. Like, it was a fight. They've been fighting all day. It is what it is. The comments were, cops are nothing more than modern day slave catchers. Okay. So there's that. And then the second comment was, domestic violence is an illusion. It's just something the government uses so you can't buy guns anymore. Those were the comments based on that story. Where I said, with my eyeballs, I did this crime.
I watched this
and
crime
I observed
happen.
it.
Yeah.
And nope, you're slave catchers, and it's an illusion.
Okay. So she wasn't about to die?
All right. Well.
Okay. Well, you know what? I hope
fair.
You know what? I hope that you're never in the situation. And and I never hope anything, I never hope anything bad happens to anybody, right?
No, I don't want anything.
Right? It's like, but if you have this perspective, and in most cases, I'm like, I think your perspective on this will change if you're on the other side of this.
Well, dude, I've again, these stories are frustrating for people listening, I'm sure, and they're frustrating for me to tell. Again, former line of work, Secret Service. I've been around powerful people who make decisions, legislative decisions, and have feelings and animosities. And I've been around certain individuals who were leading the charge of defund the police and all cops are racist and all that. And I would sit there and have to listen to these things occur. And then we would all get in wherever we're at. And twice this happened. And the room, the feeling in the room, all the agents who are in law enforcement, very quiet. And the individual would usually go, well, that's not, you guys are great. That's just, for the ones that are out there. Bro.
Like, bitch.
Or a staffer or somebody would say, they're not talking about you. They're not talking about you guys. You guys are great. Okay. Most of us were former local law enforcement.
It's like,
and you just spent 45 minutes
bashing us, but okay.
Bashing us as a whole, not an individual, not some fucking, well, I mean, like Epstein's cellmate, the detective who was also slinging dope and murdering people. Yeah, okay, that guy.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay,
talk about,
but
him.
as a whole, just in mass, and as a general. And I'm going to stand by this again. Let me be clear. As soon as a fucking politician, actually, fuck that. Anybody says that, I don't care if it's a politician or not. The next word, the next statement out of their mouth is bullshit, and all sides do it, and I hate it. As soon as I hear that, I turn it off. I'm like, yeah, it's all trash. I don't care. Let me be clear. No, you're fucking bullshit. I don't care.
Nah, dequalifying statement.
Or the new hot topic, and it looks like it's going to be the new hot topic. Again, we don't get political here, but the point being, affordability. Okay, I can say that too. What do you mean by that? There's never any follow-up. Things need to cost less. Okay. I agree. Yeah. Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, you'll see. You got to vote for me, and then you'll see.
No,
I don't like it.
No.
We are a hashtag society, and if it's affordability, let me be clear. Things should cost less. I don't want to spend this much money. Hey, listen, I agree with everything you're saying, bro.
What's the plan?
So what's the plan?
Yeah.
What's the plan? I mean, can you send out an email? You got a memo? Can I see a PowerPoint? Like, what we got? What we doing?
Yeah. What are we talking about? What we got? You got numbers, you got directions. What are we doing?
Yeah, bro. That's why it's not really political, because they all fucking do it, and it drives me absolutely insane.
Same size, two sides of the same coin.
It's Pepsi and Coke. I tell people that all the time. Republicans, Democrat, Pepsi and Coke. I don't care. And it's dude, that comment right there is going to enrage people.
Still soda, baby. Heads or tails? I'm like, it's still a coin. It's the same coin.
It's still
What are we talking? What are you talking about? You guys missing the most important part of that comment. Same coin.
Yeah. They don't care.
Anyway.
So anyway, that is the biggest problem, is that there's no context to anything. Just like, cops are all slave catchers. It's 2026. Nope. And I remember we had this conversation. I don't know if we had it on 56 or not. It's like people get so angry at cops for enforcing. And I will say this: the law is one thing. I will say, I even in my own capacity, the federal side, we don't deal with, but ordinances. That is a different thing, and I change them.
Yeah.
Like, the Lucy cigarette thing. I was like, that ain't a law. It's not. It's an ordinance. It's an ordinance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little that. I'm like, I don't know whose job that is. I mean, again, it's law enforcement. I get the fuck concept, but like ordinances are just so ticky tacky to me, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I had my own personal one with that one. I told you about that with the noise.
Yes, the ordinances.
Which I'm like, mother.
Yeah, okay. It's just an ordinance.
Yep. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, bro.
What are you gonna do about it?
Well, I think I told you, and again, BJ, you're my sounding board for reason, and like, don't say that. But like the ATF, I used to work with those guys more often than I do now. But I'd be like, yeah. So how are your alcohol and tobacco cases going? They all go, shut up, bro. You guys got any big tobacco cases going on?
Any big undercover underage drinking stings going lately? Like
bro, could you imagine being a federal agent and you're like, oh, we caught 3 underage people buying alcohol? I don't know, bro.
I mean, they don't do a lot of that. I'll tell you that. But it is a nice job though.
Yeah,
it is a nice.
It's all in fun. Those guys actually do more actual cop work than most federal agents.
No, they do a lot of police work.
But anyway, and trust me, if you got some gun shit, they're the ones you want.
Yeah, that's who you want. So that
little disclaimer.
Yeah, the F in the firearms part is very important. And
very important
in what they got going on.
Yeah, bro, it's like if they had the rice, beans, and grits firearm agency. You're like, bro, how many bean cases you guys got? What's going on over here?
Like, I don't know, but I got a lot of firearms. I'm gonna eat some grits while I do exactly. I do this thing. It's like, okay, I got you.
I'm gonna eat these counterfeit grits, bro.
It's like, I got you. I feel you.
Oh, bro. Anyway, sorry, I digress. That's fun, bro. All right, bro. Let's move into the damn, bro.
I know.
We went off the rails for 45 minutes.
Ranting for a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. I'm on one today, bro. Well, last thing. I don't know if I ever said this, but I have to recant if I ever did. Cold weather, seasonal. What do they call it? Seasonal depression or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's depression, but I gotta tell you, bro. Being up here in the Northeast, the cold weather, I don't want to do shit,
bro.
It's gonna be negative fucking 8, bro. Do you even understand? I don't even understand what that means.
Yeah, I understand. I have some of it. I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go outside. Bro, I don't want to do shit. There was ice on my windows in the morning, and I came out 2 days this week
in Florida.
Yes. Oh, shit, it was 30 degrees overnight.
Oh
right?
shit!
Right. And I was like, damn. I was like, oh. But it's not even. It's not because of the cold, but I struggle sometimes, bro. This time of the year, I hate like this, bro. Yeah. From December to like Thanksgiving to about middle of February, I'm like, I'm struggling, bro.
Is it because we're getting older, bro? I don't remember feeling this way in school.
It's always been like this for me. I don't know. I don't know if it's because like the actual calendar is off from the lunar cycles or whatever, right? You know, I was like, they're like, oh, it's the beginning of the year. I was like, everything is dead. It's not the beginning of the year. It's the it. I was like,
it doesn't feel that way. Yeah,
everything is dead. This is literally the end of the year. The physical, actual way the Earth works. Not even if it's round or flat. This part doesn't fucking matter. everything is dead right now.
Yeah.
It's the end of the year. Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
beginning of the year don't start till the sun, till fucking spring. That's the beginning of the year. And that's when people start feeling better. Spring comes out, things are growing, and reemerging, yada, 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 whatever, right? So this time of the year, it's like, it's tough, bro. Like, all this week, I was having a talk with somebody else, and I was like, I am struggling this week. Like, yesterday was rough, bro.
Yeah.
I was off, and I was like, I don't feel like doing shit. I don't want to get out of bed. I was like, it took everything in my power just to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Work out, and it was legs. So, that's already another thing. So I'm like, get out of bed, do the cardio, do that. I'm like, I am hating life right now. And I'm like, I'm not even doing shit. It's crazy. So like, I'm not even at work. I should be having a great day. The sun's out. Like, it should be great. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, man. So he ain't the only one. It's crazy.
No, fair enough. Yeah, sometimes I just wonder if it's because I'm old, but all right, we'll move it. Loyalty is an expensive gift.
It is, right? It's an expensive gift. That's why you probably shouldn't give it to everybody because it'll cost, right? But I was thinking about that line, and somebody was talking about what actual loyalty is, right? I think this was a conversation based out of like like the snitching thing and blah 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 whatever, right? So loyalty, and the guy was making a point, and I was like, oh shit, that's actually a good point. He's like, if my loyalty has to come at a price where I have to go against my own principles, right, or cross my own boundaries, then I'm no longer being. It's not loyalty, right? He's like,
what do you think that is?
I don't know, but I'm like, I hear what I hear what he's saying, right? He's like, but if me being loyal to you means I have to go outside my own boundaries, then that's not. As like you shouldn't expect somebody to be loyal to when you have to I wouldn't expect you to oh, hey man, we're doing this thing, and I know you don't like fucking, I know you don't like a certain thing, but I'm going to ask you to do it anyway because of our relationship. Like that's, it's like it's not loyalty. That's something completely different. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I think I kind of feel what you're saying. I get it. It's like, it's like, oh, hey, like two guys are riding in the car and like, hey man, I really need you to take this gun charge from me.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm checking. No. Why would I? No, absolutely not.
That's interesting. You know what? I don't know if this help me if it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it ties into exactly what you're saying, but I used to tell everybody, including you, and I love you, bro. I said, look, I am never going to go out of my way to put you in a bad spot or undermine you in any way.
Mm-mm.
But if they step to me and they ask me, and let me back in my job or something, my loyalty to you stops where it affects my kids. I ain't going to lose my job to cover up some shit you did. I'm not going to go out of my way to make you look bad or put you on the spot, but nah, I'm not doing it.
Excuse me. I think that's the point he was trying to make, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, yes, I 100% agree with that, right? It's like, but I would never ask you to do something like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, but that's where the disconnect comes. People get upset at other people for not doing that. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, why would I?
Yeah.
Like, why would I? One, why would you ask me to do that? And two, why the hell would I do that?
Yeah.
Like, no.
You know where that's hard? You know where that's really hard? Families, though. And I don't know if it ties it. Well, they always call it family loyalty. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not even talking about doing something bad at this point. This might just be a relational statement because it's something I've had to start. I've been dealing with it for a while, but definitely as you get older and you have your own family, you live in your own life. Mm-hmm. There's these expectations that you have to be somewhere. You have to to do something, and it's like, no,
yeah.
It will never be as important to me as it is to you. It's just not because, and again, it's hard to explain. I'll set up an example. I live in Maine. You live in Florida. Mm-hmm. Hey, I've got 17 events this year. I expect you, because you're my best friend, to be at all of them.
Okay, bro.
Right. And then if you don't make it to any of them, you're a terrible person. I can't believe you would do that. We're no longer friends. It's like, that's see, I don't know if that's loyalty though. I don't know.
Do my best to make it some.
Well, that's what again,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like my kids, when they graduate high school, I
Mhm.
love that you're there, but if it's not something like, hey, bro, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Work, I mean, whatever, right? You have a life, bro.
Mhm.
Like you work, you have whatever. I just can't do it. Okay, I understand. Okay, we're
Yeah.
adults here. I get
Yeah.
it.
I get
It's
it.
never going to be as important to you as it is to me, and it doesn't mean that it's not
Yeah,
important,
exactly.
right? But
Mhm.
I'm not going to ask you to go. I don't know. I don't know, because it's a
Mhm.
big ask, right? You got to
Yeah.
take time off work. You got to fly. All these things. There's a financial expense. There's a time expense. There's all
Mhm.
these things.
Mhm.
I get all that, but it's like here in the last few years, it's like, well, what do you mean you can't? You can't come to this. You can't.
Mhm.
I have a job. I
Yeah.
have children.
Yeah.
What are you talking? Like I can only
I've
do so much. I do my absolute
yeah.
best to make it to the things.
Yeah.
But it's almost like if you don't value it or find it as
Mhm.
important as they do, then you are a fucking terrible person.
Yeah.
And I will never
Yeah.
understand it because I don't. I really try hard. And if I ever do come off
Mhm.
as seeming pissy because of
Mhm.
that, I hope I haven't. I don't think I have. I
No.
try very hard not to. But it's
Yeah.
like I get it. Just like if you're like, hey, bro, I'm getting promoted. I'd like you to be there. Well, if I can be there, I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
be there.
If you can't, then you
But if I
can't.
can't, it's not
Yeah.
because he doesn't give a shit about me.
Yeah. No.
No, bro.
No. We'll take a picture and we'll superimpose you in the picture. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's here. I mean, no.
Yeah.
No. Um.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
But
that's loyalty, but anyway,
yeah.
there's something I've just been dealing
Yeah.
with.
No. But I think it is important, right? I think sometimes it goes both ways, right? On that concept of loyalty,
Yes.
right? It's like
Oh yeah.
I was talking to another buddy of mine that we know, we both know, right?
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
in a some of it had to do with like business, right? And it's like it was
He likes blueberry beer. No. No, go ahead.
not that,
I'm
right?
joking. I'm
I was
joking. I know
like,
it's not.
um, but the situation was like, yeah, man, he took care of me when he didn't have to, right? Didn't ask
Yeah.
him. Like, we never had a conversation about it. And was like, hey, man, I, I, and I'm like, bro, I really appreciate you taking care of me on that end because I know you didn't have to. But at the same time, that's it. It's a mutual both way. And
Yeah.
I actually called him up the other day and was talking to him about this. And I was like, hey, bro, I want to just not necessarily like clear the answer, but I want to verbalize this to you, right?
Yeah.
And say, hey, bro, I appreciate you. Um,
Yeah.
I appreciate your loyalty and rocking with me and being on my side because that's another thing too, right? That comes with the loyalty. I think is that's another aspect we don't talk about, right? Me being on your side. How's the saying go? Sometimes there's people. There could be people on your side, but also not in your corner as well. So you gotta be
Yeah.
careful, right? He's like, so
Hmm.
when you see people, for me, when it's reciprocal, when it's like, damn, like, yo, you fuck with me the way we fuck with each other like heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I always appreciate reciprocal energy. Even if it's like, for example, it's like, hey man, I got this thing going, like, I got promoted, I want you to be there. Brother, I can't. But what I can do is come down, in 2 weeks
Yeah.
and, hang out and, do whatever, right? Even
Yeah.
even even the gesture of that is enough
Hmm.
for me to like, you know, to prove because, like you said,
Yeah.
we have fucking lives and shit going on and but I think loyalty is a to the main comment, it is expensive because it does cost you something, right? It
Yeah.
costs you time, it costs you energy, it costs you.
Hmm.
Um, um, Sometimes it's not necessarily about tit for tat. Sometimes it's I'm willing to be inconvenienced, if you will,
Yeah.
in a way to come. I wouldn't miss a graduation. Not least,
Yeah.
graduation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna miss that. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
the flight could be fucking $1,000.
Whatever.
Okay,
Yeah. Gotta
okay,
go.
gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna find
Yeah.
my way
No,
to be
that.
that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's
And
like,
for those listening, BJ has made it to all of those events.
yeah, I do my best to make it to everything, right? Because I know it's
Yeah.
even if it's even like I said, this is the way I look at it, right? Even though it may
Yeah.
not be as important to me in my life, I know how
Yeah.
important it is to you and to them
Yeah.
to to have that support. So like again, I as somebody who's gone without in certain cases, like to have something be important and like or anything to like to value someone else and have them not have it be in return. It's like I know
Hmm.
how much that sucks. So I try to go above and beyond to make sure that people around me don't feel like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To that point, and this has nothing to do with anything, but I just feel it's important to throw it out there. It came up the other day. I don't loan.
Mm.
One, I don't loan anybody money, but I also don't loan friends and family money. I either have it and it's yours, or I don't and I can't.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And that might be for a lot of people just like, yeah, no shit. But I don't know, bro. I've seen some relationships that where I thought strong, you just get fucked up over. Like, I don't, not even, bro. Honestly, not even a lot of money.
Yeah, it's you know what it comes
And
down
it's
to.
like, and I just say
It's
I
the
don't have it,
principle.
or like, bro, don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. It's like, hey man, hey, I'm in need. Okay, cool. Can I help with the need? I'm not even. Hey, but it's like if I get it back, great. If not, I gave it
Yeah.
with the intent of not necessarily. I don't have to get this back.
Mm-mm.
I don't want this to be the
And
come
I'm
in the
not going to
middle
bring it
of.
up every time we hang out. I just don't, it's not even. Nope.
I'll
Don't worry
probably
about
never.
it.
I'll probably never bring it up again.
Mm-mm. No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh,
I just things to live by, bro. I don't
yeah.
know.
Like you sending me a Venmo for $100, bitch.
You didn't ask me, but that wasn't a loan.
Exactly.
And
It wasn't a
what
loan.
really, but it wasn't though, because I had it. I just didn't have it on me.
Yeah,
And
and
that, and I was like,
I didn't care. I said that. I was like,
I
no.
know
I was
you
like,
don't.
just keep it, bro. It's fine.
Bro, it's $100. I don't know. What's $100 between friends?
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Although I will say, I realized many years later, never brought it up, but I realized. Let me ask you this: we're getting off the rails again, but when you go out to eat and you have your partner with you,
Yeah.
we used to call them gentlemen's dinners. Doesn't mean they're just for the boys. Most of the time it was, but it's an understanding when you're amongst friends. Usually 4 to 6, anything over 6, you're pushing it, in my opinion. No matter what we ordered, we all just split it.
Okay.
But what I did not realize until many years later, because it never crossed my mind, is that there would be us 4 and then either my partner or so. I never thought about it. We just split it 4 ways, as opposed to, hey, there's your 2 people. You see what I'm saying? So it's offsetting. Nobody ever said anything. And I realized this way too late. And I think I realized it when I was at dinner with somebody that said, hey, I got my girl with me. Just split it 5 ways. I'll take 2 of them. And I went, and it was like, how many times have I done that? I never thought about it. It never crossed my fucking brain. And I immediately texted them. And I said, I am so sorry. And only one of them said, yeah, I was wondering how long it was going to take you to figure that out. Never said nothing. Never said anything. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, bro. I'd never realized I did that.
You don't,
there was no intent. I wasn't trying to like scam the extra 20, 30 bucks, whatever the fuck it was.
No, you don't. Yeah,
but I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you don't do that, bro. Each man is responsible for his guests, and that's it.
Yeah, but that's how I, see, that's what I'm saying. In my head, I was doing that, but it never.
Yeah. Unless you go to one of these weird ass places where they don't want to split the goddamn bill, which pisses me the fuck off.
Yo, that's very common. They won't do it. Yeah.
That's what you talk.
Or they charge you an extra 18% to split the check. I'm like, bitch.
What are you talking about? I could rant on that for fucking 3 hours, bro. I hate that.
Because I'm like, yes, you can. I know
yes,
you can.
Yes,
unless you're at one of them old spots where they still write it on the little ticket and they're like, and you get, you know what I'm saying? And they still have the cash register. They have to like, bro, it's all scan and pay, bro.
I'm like, no, you can split this. Split this.
Hey, a couple things. One thing I love from the COVID time is the QR codes where you can order and pay. Love that when it works.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've already said this a bunch of times, but I wish they would have kept the 10-foot space on the grocery store. Like, yo, but get up off me. Let me pay for my shit, and then you can come in my space, bro. Because they're like all your cart's all up in your hip when you're trying to pay. Like, get out of here.
I'm really big on being like, hey, you okay? You good?
Why you all up on me?
You're kind of close to me. Okay, thank you, appreciate that. I'm so sorry. I didn't want you to pay attention. Well, I need you to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't be sorry. Be careful. Back up.
Don't be sorry, bro. Oh shit, bro. All right, restraints. Yes. Actually, I don't remember how we phrased this.
Okay, it was restraint.
You phrase it.
And it was restraint and the monster within. Right, we're talking about the Jordan Peterson thing. And I've been thinking about this.
I love it.
It comes up quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
And it's like because it's been on my mind lately because you know me, right? I don't yell. I don't raise my voice. I typically am very quiet, very, very, very reserved. But
That's
also,
good for everybody around you, by the way.
exactly, right? So I'm
Yeah.
like, I usually have a moment to myself in my head when I'm getting angry. I'm like, do I want
Yeah.
to take it here? Do I want how
Mm,
far do I want this to go here? I really don't, right? Because usually in my brain, the way things work is leave me alone unless you're ready to go to jail or die. Leave me alone. Don't bother me.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I am. I don't really want to go that route and take it that far. I really don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and people are like, oh yeah. I was like, listen, I'm very non-confrontational. I say, hey man, you got it, bro. You got it.
Yeah.
My ego is not based off of
Mhm.
being the loudest or the biggest or whatever. Right? I just if you need the ego boost, hey man, you got it. You're the man. You got this one. Cool. Bet. Even well, there's that. Usually that's the physical, confrontational part, the right here and now, right? But it's
Mhm.
now, but lately it's been things will happen, or like there's two sides of the story, and I just haven't said my side of the story, and it's like I'm starting to get tired of that shit
Mhm.
because people have like an opinion of you or an idea of you based off of one side of the story, and
Mhm.
I'm like, if I said my side of the story, or if I said what actually happened from over here, you would look at that other person or that other group of people completely different.
Mhm.
I was like, but I don't have the the really the want to or the need to like stand on
Mhm.
top of people and make people look bad or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, how what is the trade off between not saying anything?
Yeah.
It's like, do I say something like you run the risk of like, okay, now you look like an asshole, or you just take the L because it's really not. In most cases, it's not really that important, right? I don't. The opinions of these people don't have really any effect on my life whatsoever, right? Most of the
Mhm.
time, it's the people who are actually not in your life whatsoever. But I'm
Mhm.
just a man. I'm only a human, and you can only tolerate this shit for so long.
Yep.
And more so, like on the personal level, it's a little easier to do, but professionally, it's like
Very difficult.
it's like pick and choose your battles. Like, is this a hill you want to die on?
Bro, I went a year without having to do this professionally, and
Mm-hmm.
the last week I had to do it 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
where I had to just let whoever get it out.
Mm-hmm.
I am bad in the sense that I will close my eyes. So, they know I'm physically upset, but I want to restrain what I'm about to say, and even then, sometimes I'm like in one of the instances, I was like, "I need a minute. I'll be
Yeah.
right back
Um.
because 'cause I'm about to go ape shit in this fucking thing." And I
mm,
don't want to because that's unprofessional. There's no need for it. And then
mm-hmm.
when you come back and you explain, and that's what to your point, professionally, you typically have to address it, which sucks sometimes because it's like what occurred is by no means even the beginning of anything that happened. This is outrageous what's being said, and you have
Mm-hmm.
to just professionally and methodically and meticulously explain.
Mm-hmm.
And in two of the instances, I had to say, I was wrong. Now, was it to the extent that the individual was complaining? No.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, I will address it. I will deal with it. And then I have to always be careful. And I'm sure you do too, because we are larger males.
Mm-hmm.
And in one of them, the interaction was with a smaller female. So what I actually did is I sat down and moved back away just
Mm-hmm.
so there's no hint of using my size to intimidate.
Yep.
Yes, none of that. And just carefully. And I even had to do that, that voice that you have to, I am so sorry that I made you feel that way.
let me be clear. I am very
Let me
sorry.
be clear. I am so, yeah, you know what? I should have done. Let me be clear. Yeah, bro. Personally, I agree because unless it's my immediate,
Mhm.
I don't care, bro.
And I think it's usually to the point where it's like they try to assassinate your character, try to make you look like
Oh,
look bad,
bro,
and I'm like, uh,
you get my blood worked up because you know
yeah,
where I want to go with that.
yeah, and I'm like, uh, I'm like, I say it's almost
Yep,
like you don't,
yep,
I don't want to give them the satisfaction of the win by
yeah.
being like, I got up under your skin, and I'm like, I
Hmm.
could, I can only tolerate so much, but to the
Yes,
point of the
the monster.
of the quote, the monster. Then it's like just because you, how did he put it? Like to be incapable of violence is not the same as being capable and being
And
restrained
restraining, yeah.
and restraining from it. And I was like,
There's a
yeah,
difference.
there's
Yeah.
a big difference because I'm like, yeah, I just, yeah.
Well, and again, this is going to get mixed reactions and feelings. Tim Kennedy, there's a lot of mixed feelings about the individual. And I'm not speaking to any of that, but he did an interview, or at least I saw it on whatever, YouTube, a clip or whatever. And it was a lady saying, I've interviewed and met so many high level special forces, Delta operators, men capable of extreme and immediate violence. And for the most part, they're all exceptionally nice, humble, and don't project that in any way. And his response was like, yes, because they know what they can do. So they're comfortable. And as long as they're disciplined, because that's not to say just because you're capable of violence that you also have to be disciplined. To your point, restrained. That projects an air of confidence, because we've all seen the ones that kind of go off the rails a little bit. Or, well, I don't know if this ties in the monster, but anyway, let me finish that train of thought. They're capable. They know they're capable. They're very confident, and so they are not going to react to some derogatory statement or whatever, right? They have no reason to try to show that they're bigger or badder than they already are. They're confident in who they are and what they can do. To that point, something I've always tried to tell my kids, and it's hard to explain to kids because they're kids. But when you become an adult, it's like if somebody can say something to you that this has nothing to do with, I always said no touchies. Touching, that's a line. You touch me, now you're getting, now you're forcing a reaction.
Yeah.
But somebody wants to say something mean to you, call you a mean name. And again, they can be very mean. They can be, and very hurtful, for sure. And you immediately lose control, of your composure. And a lot of times your mind, like you just start screaming and crying and just you've given that individual power over you. And they're not worth, you should be very cautious of who you give that kind of power to. And to your point, about maybe it was a point we made together, but that who you give that to should be very small. There are people in my life that could say 2 or 3 words. It will rock my fucking world for sure, dude. For sure. I'll be a puddle. I'll cry in a closet. But but the fucking rando and fucking Walmart or the fucking, I don't give a fuck. He said I was dumb. Who? I don't care.
All right.
You know what? But you see it all the time. You see it all the time. You see it all the time.
And to me,
how many people are in prison because some rando was like, fuck you, you whatever.
Yeah, weak.
And then violence occurs or whatever happens, and now you in jail.
Yeah.
Who was that? Well, he ain't gonna disrespect me. Who is he or her to you to cause that? Like what?
Yeah.
And now you in jail.
Now you in jail.
They won. Yeah.
They died.
Yeah,
but
I got my licks in. No.
Okay. But
now you lost, bro.
You lost. Totally. You lost that one. You might have, you lost that. Right?
Yeah.
And it's and I've always said this, and I always think about this. I was like, the most important battlefield that you ever have is up here. It's your mind. It's in your mind. You
gotta protect that shit.
Yeah. If you can conquer this and conquer this, it'd be unstoppable. Nobody would be able to get one over on you. You'd be fine.
Again, talking to Doug White, I love that he was like, when he wrote his book, he wrote all his perceived faults. Again, I've read it. I've read this book a couple times actually, just to. I really like to just kind of understand. I like to try to think where they're coming from. Anyway, so I get it, but he's like, anyway, he's like, it's all out there. So if someone wants to say, he's like, bro, you can't hurt me.
Yeah,
I know because I fucking wrote it. Like it's out there.
Yeah, you got skeletons. I know, bitch. I put them in there.
I put them there.
I put them there. I know what's in there. I know it's in there. Like, let's trust me.
Yeah.
I've been with me my whole life. I know what's there and what's not.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. And I think like you said, it's once you take ownership of your own shit, right? And that's how
you'll be very powerful, bro.
Once you own your own mistakes, own your mistakes, right? I'm saying now, don't transfer your, own your mistakes, not necessarily mistakes, right? Because yes, when you make them, own them, right? But also own your part in things that have happened to you and that are happening to you. Own your part in it, right? Because
that's a different side. That victim mentality where it's like, oh, the world's out, bro. At some point, you got to realize you made those decisions.
That could be true.
It could
That
be.
could be true. That could be true.
What are you
What
going
are
to
you
do
good
about it?
about? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
and I tell people all the time, listen, I can't. And I said, this is probably the reason I got up the other day. We are talking about having a rough time. I was like, hey man, you can't just lay here and die, bro. You can't just
Yeah.
lay here. You can't.
No.
You can't. You really can't. And
nothing we're
as
saying here is easy. A lot of it's hard
yeah,
and it sucks and
well,
it's embarrassing.
people that have been around me before in the gym or whatever, right? No, I have the same simple, right?
Mhm.
I say, oh, very simple. They go, I was like, oh no, that's not easy. I said, you misunderstood what I said. I said simple in the sense that it's not complicated. It had nothing to do with degree of difficulty.
Yeah.
Simple doesn't mean easy.
Mm-mm.
It just means it's not complicated. Most things
Mhm.
are simple. Things may be hard, but most things are very simple in concept.
Yeah.
Very simple. Like you just said, there is no try. You either do or you don't.
Mhm.
A lot of
Yeah.
things are very black and white, right? It's
Yes.
either you're working towards it or you're not doing it. It's
Yeah.
not a lot of gray, right? I know it seems very harsh, um,
Yeah.
but that is the reality of the world.
Yeah.
That's the reality. I say,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. The world may be against me. Yeah, it might be a job. It's okay. Will you get promoted? Well, you might not. Right? They may not like you. Okay, but what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Are you going to make a change? Are you going to do something different? Are you going to grow? Are you going to do whatever? And that's something that you have to take ownership.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying y'all, but I'm also speaking to myself as well. I have to
Mhm.
take ownership of that. What can I do to affect the outcomes that I want to have?
Mhm.
That's the most important
Yeah.
question. It's like what can I actually do to change the outcomes or gain the to change what's happening in the current moment or change the outcome or affect the outcome that I want to have.
Yeah.
And okay, do it.
Yeah.
It's a simple problem. It's a simple problem. Simple layout.
I like it, bro. And just so you know, I want to save the last one for our
the,
next one because I want to spend time on that.
the philosophical question. We'll save. We'll go back to the
I want to save
philosophical
that one.
corner. Yeah.
I do. I know. I like it though because I
Yeah.
have a lot of thoughts and
Hmm.
I want to respectful of our time.
Yeah.
So we'll stick on this, but the, going back to addressing your mistakes, I'm laughing because I'm terrible at these, and I apologize for people listening. But there's an episode in The Office.
Hmm.
What's his name? The young kid. He was like the intern, and then he became like the boss. I don't know, whatever. But he did a bunch of fucked up shit, and then he comes in one day and he goes, "I'm a new person. These are all the mistakes I made. That was the old me." And one of them, I think he clipped Kevin's car, and he goes, "You did that? That cost me $300." He goes, "I don't even recognize that person. I don't affiliate with him. That's the old me." And he just keeps moving like he's not even
Yeah.
gonna address it.
Yeah.
And so Kevin's like, "Oh, okay." And then he breaks his sunglasses. He goes, "That was the old me. I don't even recognize that person. So I'm just gonna move on, and this is the new me."
Yeah. Same concept, bro. Same concept. That's what I'm talking about.
Same concept, bro.
Same
Yeah.
concept.
I don't even recognize that person. What he did, I apologize for what that person did.
Exactly. Yeah.
You mean you? Yeah, but that's
a different version of me.
That was a different version of me. That's not
Different
me
version
now.
of me. As the ladies will say, they're like, "Oh, yeah, you had him before. That was a different man. That's not my man.
Yeah.
That's not my man. I don't know that
That's
man.
not my man.
That's not my
Yeah.
man. I don't know that man. This is a different man."
Oh, yeah, he did that to you? Well, that's you.
Dang, that's
That's not
you.
me.
That must have been you. He didn't do that to me. So that's crazy.
Oh shit. Last one. Last question, and then we'll wrap it. But to that point, you just popped that in my head.
Hmm.
How do you we'll flush this question out, but it's basically like, how do you deal with that old relationships creeping into new ones? Meaning, I made these mistakes.
Hmm.
I've learned from them. I'm
Hmm.
trying to be better now.
Hmm.
And these are the mistakes I made. And you could talk through them or whatever, but in some cases, it depends on your geographical location. Sometimes you and your new partner are going to run into your old partner.
Mm.
And in some cases, they run in the same friend groups. And it's just like they can begin to pollute what you're trying to do now.
Mm.
How do you address that? Pollute meaning that was a prior relationship, and you did make mistakes. Like, how
Yeah.
do you navigate that?
Oh, well, that's shit. That's real life for me. So, you navigate it
Me
by
too, but in a different context. But
yeah,
yes, real life for me as well.
you navigate it by one, obviously taking ownership, accountability, right? And be
Mhm,
like, in some cases you address it head on. I'd be like, listen, these are the things um that have happened in the past, and
mhm,
I like to not not give well, put it this way, not give explanations, right? Not give excuses like, "Oh, this wasn't my fault." Okay, I like to acknowledge the part that I played in
yeah,
the outcomes of things and things I did or did not happen, right? And I can and something I like to address, "Hey, this was my mind frame or my mindset at this moment in time." Right?
mhm,
These things happened because I was either um, looking at life in this way, or this is how I was viewing the situation from this perspective.
mhm,
To
yeah,
shed some light on it. Again, it's not necessarily excusing behaviors or prior things, but it's like it's giving insight, right? So you're like,
mhm,
hey, if I, um, because in some case in relationships, things come up, right? So you'll have like arguments come up, right? Happens to everyone in any relationship. Arguments come up, based off a different point of view, or someone's not. Sometimes is it 2070 today, or I'm sorry, 2080 today? Is it 34? 3070? Is it based off of how
yeah,
it's feeling? We're gonna have conversations.
yeah,
Like, hey, I'm feeling like this, and this currently at the moment. In
yeah,
the past, when I felt like this has caused me to react in a certain way, right? Um,
mhm,
I would like not to go down that path. Um, how can we come to a solution, right? I think the way you deal with it, obviously, you try to not make the same mistakes more than once, or
yeah,
learn a lesson. I think in some cases, and I found it this way that um, once you kind of, I guess you say, conquer something or get over something, it rarely ever comes up again, right?
yeah,
Whether it's been, temptation, we're all going to have that. Whether it's been making decisions that are maybe not in the best interest of your relationship. Um, Once you get presented with those things, if you're really, really doing the work on yourself, I think that once you're presented or that situation again, you'll make a different decision based off of like, I really don't want this.
last time I did
Yeah,
this.
last time I did this, this probably didn't go the way I wanted to, or you have like those deja vu moments where it's like, wait a minute, you know what?
Mhm,
This probably ain't in my best interest. If
mm-mm,
if I want this to continue to go forward and flourish and do
yeah,
whatever, I should probably put this to the wayside, or make a different decision, or step back from this for a second to kind of see. Um, uh, it, I've talked about this with some younger guys too. And it's like, I guess this kind of works in relationships as well. But it's like, how am I going to feel about this in 5 minutes, 5 days, 5
mhm,
years? Where if I made a
yes,
decision, how am I going to feel about this going forward? Is it
yeah,
worth it? You know? Sure. It was
yeah,
at the time. I remember what was it? It was Corporal Arthur at the time. Remember him telling us not worth
it ain't worth
75
75
base.
base.
It's not worth 75 base. So now, and that's always been in the back of my mind, right? And
Yeah,
it's and I've done this too before. I'm like, you know what? If I do this, or if I make this decision, or if I go down this road, I have to be prepared for what's going to come with this. Should this go the opposite way?
mm, yeah,
You know what I mean? This could put everything in jeopardy. Am I okay with that?
yeah,
And if you are, then by all means do your thing, partner. But if you're not, mm,
that's what you got. Yeah, we all make decisions.
yeah.
Uh, I will say what I'm learning, and again, for those listening or newly listening, this is not coming from like we're the experts. This is because we fucked it all up many
Oh yeah.
times,
Oh yeah.
sometimes multiple times over. I like to learn lessons the hardest way possible, but speaking to relationships, it's like that won't happen between you and I because you're not that person. Meaning,
Mm,
given a set of similar circumstances,
hmm
the former partner
hmm
reacted in such a way that I felt alone or I wasn't validated or whatever. I felt
hmm
unsupported, all these things that
Yeah.
men feel. And given those same set of circumstances, sometimes they all play out. Thing relationships do have some commonalities in them
Yeah.
because it's life, right? There's
Yeah.
things that come up. You have never once reacted in a way that made me feel that, whereas the former one did all the time.
Mhm.
So my reaction and my response is not going to be the same as it
Yeah.
was with them.
True.
And again, I know this is hard because we're talking in real vague generalities, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just things that I'm starting to learn
Mhm.
at 42 with a 20-year-old son.
Yeah, but I think that's also very important.
It is.
It's very, very important. Like the people are different, right? You said
Yeah.
we are at different places in our lives, as opposed to 5 minutes ago, or 5 days ago, or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
right? We grow and we see things differently. We have experience, we have context. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and so it's like people are different, right? Things that
Yeah.
the way way I react to something may be different than the other person's previous partner would have reacted to something. Like you said, and it's like they're like, "Oh, I'm so used to getting yelled at when I
I thought
do."
this was going to be a
Yeah, I thought
fight.
that.
No,
No,
why?
no. What
Yeah,
are you
I
talking
get it.
about? Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just
Yeah.
so I think a lot of it is what does it say? Like, how does your nervous system feel around said person, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is very I think is important. Or two, sometimes people just can't get out of their own fucking way, and we've had this discussion before. I was like, listen, I listen. I've said this before. Listen, I love you enough to get out of your fucking way, right? This is,
Yeah.
it's not. I am who I am. What I am. Accept me or hit the road. It's like no.
Yeah.
If you're seeing something that I'm not seeing, right? And I feel
Yeah.
and I value you and I value this relationship, I
Mhm.
will address it and make a change where I can make a change to the fullest extent that I can make the change, or make at a minimum make an effort. So and well,
Yeah.
I heard this the other day. Well, we'll clear it out after this. I've heard this term thrown around a lot. If they wanted to, they would, and I don't like that.
Mm.
And I don't like that, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this is the reason why I don't like that. There's things in your life that you want to and you don't.
Yeah. True.
So does that logic go both ways? If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to get you flowers, he would. Bitch, what are you talking about? You want to hit,
Yeah.
you want to go do certain things, I was like, and you don't. So what's the excuse?
Mhm.
But we'll leave on that.
Yeah.
That sounds like I'm being petty, and I don't want
All right, bro. Love you,
to.
brother. Don't
Sorry
go
about
anywhere.
that.